Resilience, a leader and worker's way out of a wanted lifestyle, by Yusuf Hakimi. Whether they are facing pressure at work or stress at home, workers and leaders face an abundance of stress, hardships, and apprehensiveness each day. Resilience is essential for leaders and workers in challenging circumstances if they wish to persevere and flourish. Since resilience positively impacts the lives of leaders and employees in a great number of ways, it should be established in the minds of leaders and workers for multiple reasons, which I will explain in this presentation. Resilience has been a debated characteristic. While there is highly credible evidence as to why it is a good trait, many say it's a bad trait to have and people should avoid having too much of it. My thesis is that since resilience provides so many benefits, it should be implemented within the minds of leaders and workers. The stimulus was mainly about resilience and its overall goal effect, mainly on humans, and this is connected to my thesis on the topic of resilience impacting people. People with a substantial amplitude of resilience have shown and proven that it can avail them in surmounting adversity and increment their motivation at work. Parul Malik and Pooja Garg, who both hold a PhD, say that resilience is not merely a stress-resistant source. It plays a pivotal role in assisting employees to adapt successfully to adverse workplace settings and manage emotional strains, improve their well-being, and augment personal development. The quote explains why resilience is pretty much an indispensable trait since it provides so many benefits towards a person. The evidence is also similar to Stimulus 2, an excerpt from Nelson Mandela's The Long Walk to Freedom. In the excerpt, Nelson Mandela indites about his time in confinement, facing racism and oppression daily. He explicates that resilience availed him to get through his arduous times, similar to the previous source on the topic of resilience assisting people through adversities. Frank Gleason is a successful entrepreneur and 2-time best-selling author, and states that without resilience, your mental health, productivity, and relationships can suffer. You may also be slower to recover after a setback, which can prove especially difficult in volatile environments. In addition, resilience improves work performance, productivity, and morale. Sue A. Cooper and others write about how productivity and motivation increase due to resilience. They state that during the 2019 COVID pandemic, resilient individuals were 31% more productive and 35% in techniques such as conscious mindfulness, intentional optimism, goal setting, and time management. Their research also suggests that resilient employees experience less burnout and have lower levels of turnover than their less resilient coworkers. The quote shows how resilience increases productivity and explaining why it's so necessary. Hugh Nguyen and others integrate to this argument by stating that employee resilience has been associated with positive workplace behaviors and attitudes such as commitment towards change, job satisfaction, engagement, reduced stress, and decision-making quality. The quote states how resilient employees are better off than non-resilient employees and are more incentivized to work harder. Resilience is the key to a prosperous workforce, and if a corporation or business which wants its employees to thrive, they should work on the resilience of their employees. To become a prosperous leader or worker, a person must contain at least some form of resilience. It provides all the traits and work habits a person needs to prosper, and without it, it becomes very difficult. Janet Ledesma and others discuss resilience in the leadership and find through research models that the career resiliency of a leader is critical for their survival, adaptation, and success. In essence, the resilient leader acts with courage and convictions despite the risks. Without resilience, it's really hard to prosper due to the traits you won't get, exhibiting its importance. While resilience can provide benefits to a person's morale and work ethic, an overload of it can engender problems, just as an overload of muscle mass can create problems such as strains on the heart. Claire S. Reese and others state that studies have now shown a link between psychological resilience and various mental health outcomes such as burnout, secondary traumatic stress, depression, and anxiety. To add, Derek Lusk and Thomas Tarnow-Prebuzic state that too much resilience can get in the way of leadership effectiveness and, by extension, team and organizational effectiveness. To protect against psychological harm, they deploy quite aggressive coping mechanisms that artificially inflate their egos. Because of these reasons, people should try to avoid having resilience because it can create problems that would hurt their well-being. To rebut While having too much resilience can cause issues, the benefits highly outweigh its rare disadvantages. Resilience makes the lives of people who have it so much easier. The drawbacks occur when a person has a high amount of resilience, which isn't really common. In a journal article, Mehdi Mesri and others support this. They write that resilience highlights individuals' capacity to positively and successfully adapt to life-changing and hard moments. Health personnel with better resilience tend to have better performance with hard and demanding tasks. Resilience leads to strong motivation to challenges in life. It also powers purposeful behavior to adapt and return to the normal state. By all counts, resilience is an astounding characteristic that provides people with the competency to prosper and grow not only as individuals, but groups. Having resilience gives people a plethora of different traits that will assist them and benefit them throughout their life. Lawyer Amalek and Mustafa Yildiz quote this by saying that resilience is a key construct in the face of performance of targeted behaviors for solving problems and taking action in the face of adversity. While resilience has shown to have a few negative effects, such as causing people to be emotionally volatile and put up walls, the benefits of having resilience outweigh the disadvantages, and even if a person did have an extravagant amount of it, it is a key trait that gives people the traits to prosper, whether it be financially or emotionally, which is why it is a highly important trait for leaders and leaders to have, and should be accepted to implement within the mindset of leaders and workers.